I'm appearing as chairman of the...
Chairman is never...
If you don't please, I did not interrupt you, sir.
Only a minute. When you say chairman...
I did not...
Chairman of a party is never accompanied by the Director General of Police.
Allow me, sir, to ask...
You cannot put words into our mouth.
No, I say your lordship.
Assume and what we will not assume
If your
is our
lordship...
business.
Of course.
It's simple.
Of course. What were they doing in 2024? What were they doing in 2025? And why were they so keen in the midst of an election in 2026? And he's saying we want for what? SIR for what?
Along with the Director General of Police, along with the Commissioner of Police, along with the DCP of the area, and...
Sorry. Mic was off.
Yeah.
We are issuing notice.
Yeah.
And we want to examine this. This is a very serious matter.
Your lordships will hear us, Mullahs, before doing that.
Yes, please.
Yes, Mullahs. I just want to, Mullahs, let me first clear the air, Mullahs.
Yes.
Mullahs, who is IPAC? And I'm sure they know about it.
I'm sorry, just because there are two...
I'm appearing for respondent number 2.
And I'm
who
for
is the chairman? Who is the chairman of the Trinamool Congress?
I'm for one.
Right,
the Chief Minister
and the police department.
happens to be the Chief Minister also.
Happens to be, yes.
Yes.
But I'm appearing as chairman of the...
Chairman is never...
If you don't please, I did not interrupt you, sir.
Only a minute. When you say chairman...
I did not...
Chairman of a party is never accompanied by the Director General of Police.
Allow me, sir, to argue before...
Let us not decide whom we are appearing for with great respect. How will he decide that?
Mr. SG, please allow them to argue.
No, certainly.
Allow us to argue.
No, I didn't know who appears for whom. Therefore.
Yesterday this has been done by your...
Yes.
But so we'll come to the issue. According to me, is maintainability. Your lordships will have to decide that the High Court cannot hear this petition for reasons that I'm sure your lordships will give. And if the High Court can hear this petition, then why should your lordships hear it?
No, we are very much disturbed with the way High Court has been almost...
No, the hearing took place yesterday, Mullahs.
yesterday, but
Yes.
what happened was...
But that's not going to be repeated.
Keep-
That's not going to be repeated, Mullahs. The question doesn't arise. If it took place yesterday, it will take place tomorrow also. So your lordships will have to now assume that the High Court can't deliver justice. Fine, but I'm not saying don't. But Mullahs, your lordships will have to say that, Mullahs.
You cannot put words into our mouth.
No, I'll say your lordships.
Assume and what we will not assume
If your
is our
lordship,
business.
of course,
It's simple.
of course, but I'm not saying, Mullahs, your lordships.
Please argue your case.
I'm going to argue, Mullahs.
What we will do.
My argument at the initial stage is
please proceed
that
with your argument.
this matter should be heard by the High Court. Because the High Court is the court which has the 226 jurisdiction. It will hear the matter, render findings on the basis of whatever they are arguing there, Mullahs. We have a right to appeal, and then we can come to this court. That's the hierarchy of courts, Mullahs, and they are now filing parallel proceedings, not wanting to go to the High Court. And their argument is on the last day, that on the 9th of January, there was a ruckus, and therefore proceedings could not take place, which is correct. And then on 13th of January, the Chief Justice passed this order. And then yesterday, a hearing took place, and the hearing was peaceful, Mullahs. There is nothing to assume that the hearing cannot take place, Mullahs. That's point number one.
Yesterday, Mr. Mehta's client sought time, saying that we have filed in Supreme Court.
Yes.
High Court, can I finish, please, sir? So the High Court said, we are adjourning it sine die, with liberty to come back the moment you think the Supreme Court is over, etc. So yesterday, without any ruckus or any involvement, they sought adjournment specifically on the statement, which is why the yesterday order was passed. That's only a fact which should be noted by a lordship, and they said that the matter is coming today.
Correct. Now, Mullahs, on the contentions on facts that he has made.
Yes.
Mullahs, IPAC, we all know, Mullahs, is an entity which takes care of the elections in West Bengal. A formal contract has been entered into by the party with IPAC way back in 2021. And I assume, Mullahs, that the ED knows about it.
No, elections in West Bengal are conducted by IPAC or by the election?
No, all the material. There's a confidential material for the purposes of this agreement. Confidential information shall mean any and all information, including but not limited to sensitive or non-public information of any nature whatsoever. There's a whole series of data, of documents, of information, of facts. All that is confidential, and it is kept there. And I'm sure that the ED knows about it. He knows about it. So when they went there, they knew that there's going to be a lot of information in respect of the party, the candidates, what is happening, what is the program, where we're going to go, what we're going to do. I'm sure they knew about it. So, Madam, the first question that arises, is, why was the need to go there in the midst of an election? And I assume, Mullahs, your lordships will have to assume that the High Court cannot hear this petition for reasons that I'm sure your lordships will give. And if the High Court can hear this petition, then why should your lordships hear it?
No, we are very much disturbed with the way High Court has been almost
Why was the need to go there in the midst of an election? Now, Maharaj, in the coal scam that we are talking about, Maharaj, the last statement in the coal scam was recorded on the 24th of February. 24th of February 2024. What were they doing in 2024? What were they doing in 2025? And why were they so keen in the midst of an election in 2026? And we're saying we want for what? SIR for what? It is all the information that's in the computer. Once you get possession of that information, how are we going to fight the election? So, Maharaj, which is why the chairman, Maharaj, the chairman has the right to go. It's the property of the party. So the chairman then went, because they went to the house of IPAC, the individual Pratik Jain, in the morning, in the morning, at 6:20 in the morning.
Yes.
ED went at 6:20. Chief Minister only came at 12 o'clock, Maharaj, and went away at about 12:15.
They collected everything in it.
Maharaj, this is all, you can make any statement you want to make, Maharaj. There is a provision in the BNSS which says that kindly 105, and the lies will be demonstrated if they show the video. Take 105 of BNSS. We are also very disturbed, Maharaj. Extremely disturbed as to what is happening. Why should ED Maharaj wait for 2 years to come to West Bengal and go to an office which is a party office, which has all the data with all the information? It's part of party office. Kindly see 105. The process of conducting search of a place or taking possession of any property, article or thing under this chapter, or under 185, including preparation of the list of all things seized in the course of such search and seizure, and signing of such list by witnesses, shall be recorded through an audio-video electronic means, preferably mobile phone, and the police officer shall without delay forward such recording to the district magistrate, subdivisional magistrate, or judicial magistrate. Please show that recording. Everything that is in the statement will be proved to be a lie. That respondent number 2 took all the devices. It's an absolute lie, and it's contradicted by their own Panchnama in this petition. I read the Panchman out to you. This is very unfortunate, Maharaj. And that's why, in a matter of this nature, Maharaj, and I'll come to the law a little later, Maharaj, this is just to create prejudice. Now kindly come to the Panchnama. At 12:05, Maharaj, search started in the morning. No seizure took place. Till 12:05, no seizure took place. And inquired about the ongoing proceedings, informed her about the proceedings that around 12:15 took possession of material being seized via laptop belonging to Pratik Jain. Now, laptop belonging to Pratik Jain will have all the information about the election. Every piece of information. Several documents and iPhone Pro belonging to Shri Pratik Jain had left the premises. Several documents. Where are all the devices? He just read in the petition that she took away all the devices. Contradicted by their own Panchnama. An iPhone. She took the laptop which would have the party information, and she took their personal iPhone. That's all, nothing more. And then see for third paragraph. The search was proceedings commenced at 6:20 on 8/1/26 and concluded at 2:50 on the same day. The search was conducted in a peaceful and orderly manner, and no damage to any person or property was caused during the search. The entire proceedings were conducted in the presence of the lady staff and anyway, whatever. There was no obstruction. And signed by ED. So where is the averment in the petition is contradicted by their own Panchnama. Now, what's interesting is there's another Panchnama. at 73. Because then they go, my lord, to the other office, which is at Salt Lake.
Another party office.
It has party material, election material, which you are aware of, which is why you went there. It is a completely mala fide act on the part of the ED to disturb the process of election and to gather as much material as they can from the office which has all the material, which is through a contract, which contains all the confidential material. Now kindly come to see the second Panchnama of the visit by the authorized officer. Meanwhile, Shri so-and-so joined the search proceedings. He also offered personal search. Officer started the search proceedings in our presence in a peaceful manner. Nothing was seized. Nothing was seized there. Nothing was seized here. From the premises, and no data backup was taken by the team of Director of Enforcement. And the search proceedings concluded at 6:45 p.m. on H1. Documents available in the different sections of the premises were not mingled with each other, and the same was left in a proper and orderly manner. These facts were duly acknowledged. That's it.
Contrary to what you are submitting.
I'm sorry?
They had the intention to collect materials from your party office. They would have seized from
They were
you.
just photographing.
They didn't seize anything.
They don't have to seize it. They can
They didn't
photograph.
seize anything.
They can photograph it. They don't have to seize it. But your lordship
Their
knows.
Panchnama says they have not recovered anything. If they had
Well, why did they-
any intention
Malaj, what?
of seizing your material belonging to your party,
Malaj,
they would have seized.
we are not discussing.
They have not seized.
Malaj, these are facts which will have to discover, will have to be dealt with, Malaj, in a writ petition.
We have to examine.
Malaj,
You file counter, we'll examine
no,
this.
Malaj, just.
No, you cannot restrain us from issuing notice.
I'm sorry, of course I can't, Malaj. I can persuade your lordship, that's all. That's what I'm trying to do, Malaj.
Yes, please.
I'm only trying to show you
Yes,
the Panchnamas certainly demonstrate that there was no untoward things that happened, both at the residence of Jain as well as in the office of IPAC.
Along with the Director General of Police, along with the Commissioner of Police, along with the DCP of the area, and large police force goes there, barges into the house. Whatever material was collected was taken over unauthorizedly, which according to me, my lord, I have not hidden anything, and I am not feeling shy of saying it's an offense of theft. It's an offense of, there are several offenses, my lord, which I have mentioned. She takes it away, including, my lord, one of the mobile phones of ED officials.